Hi everybody, my name is Sharon Deal. I'm from the Who Am I Foundation, and I'm here today to share a little bit with you about our Disrupt Yourself program. The program was launched at the beginning of COVID. I found myself on our reserve out in the Karoo thinking, what now? No more travel. How do I continue to live my passion? And my baby was born. And it's a culmination of my life's work. It is a personal journey that I have been on. So I have walked and experienced everything that I take you through during that full period of the program. And it is a beautiful journey of transformation. What does disrupt yourself mean? For me, it's an interruption of a season in your life, a season of compromise, a season of avoidance, a season of settling for less, a season of not dreaming, whatever that might be for you, whatever season in your life that needs to be disrupted. It's an interruption of something because you want something new. And of course, a life is worth living. So that dive into looking at what that might look like for yourself is a beautiful journey to be on. Disruption is also an interruption of patterns, an interruption of things within yourself that no longer serve you. We all come to a place in our lives where we realize that we just can't keep on keeping on. If we keep doing what we've always done, we keep getting what we've always had. And you don't necessarily know what to change. So the program is designed to create that awareness for you so that you can identify what it is that needs to be shifted in your life and then move forward and have the courage and authentic skill set to be able to manage that emotional transition for yourself. You will notice that the program is steeped in emotional intelligence and also courage building skill sets. How long is the program? The program has 5 parts to it. Each part is 7 weeks and we meet 3 hours per week. I run 4 programs to be able to cater for our international market. So I run a morning, an afternoon, a late afternoon, early evening, and a late evening session so that we can bring everybody in. So the journey is 35 weeks, and you might say, yikes, that's quite a long journey. It is, and transformation is a journey in itself. And this program specifically is a very layered approach. It is designed to be able to transform lives. It is bringing about and creating awareness and then giving you tools and skills to be able to shift and change that for yourself. The program is really designed to be able to, as I've said already, bring about the awareness so that you can manage it. You cannot manage change unless you become aware of what that is. There's a lot of work that needs practicing because otherwise it just becomes a knowledge download. So you gain understanding, insight, wisdom, you gain the tools together with that, and then your work is to go home and practice the new skill set, to practice it in those areas that are going to bring the change for you. And the minute you start to embody the work, you will start to see things shift in your world. The program, I've said, is 5 parts. I'm going to share a little bit more about those parts in very scant detail because I'm going to release about 5 or 6 videos during the course of this month to share a little bit more in depth about the program itself in terms of the actual parts and what we cover. And also some questions and answers. There's general questions that come through which we will be covering. And please look out for that session so that you can actually ask yours if we haven't yet covered anything that is of concern to you. So who joins this program? I can tell you that the type of feedback I get from the people that are on the journey say, Sharon, I don't know why this is not in our school curriculums. We needed to have learned this when we were in school. Some of us wait until we're 30, 40, 60 years old to be able to have this maturing skill set. And it is a skill set that sets you up for greatness. Emotional intelligence is about bringing your head and your heart together. And it's an integration skill set that allows you to just show up matured, settled, anchored in a grounded confidence that really allows us to lead from a different place. I believe that knowing who we are is the key to everything that sets us up for that greatness. So let me dive into the program really quickly for you. Part 1 is called Diving Deep, and we do just that. We obviously dive straight into your dreams, your aspirations, your goals. Where are you right now? Where is it that you want to be? What will bring that shift for you? We start to look at your relationship with emotions and where it is that you go if you are not comfortable with emotions. And those are typical places like suppression, denial, blaming, shaming, hiding, numbing, all of those wonderful places that we find ourselves that are really not suitable or helpful for us to really live the lives that we're looking for. And we look at the brain, understanding what's going on with that, your emotional triggers, your needs. We look at reactiveness. We give you tools. We really set you up in terms of being able to understand your triggers and be able to work through and move through them. And we look at your areas of conflict and drama. So that's pretty much part 1. And there's a serious deep dive in that. The work is challenging and it's vulnerable. They say this work isn't for sissies. And I think if you're ready for change, nothing ever is. So part 2 is called Disrupting the Unwanted. And that has got everything to do with your cognitive ability. We dive in here and we look at how it is that you speak to yourself, looking at your thinking, your beliefs, your prejudices, your convictions of heart, and we really start to test them for truth, because ultimately we get to truth when we find our freedom. And we look at getting to the root of the cause, the root of what keeps sabotaging you. And we pull that together quite succinctly, and we give you the toolkit to be able to shift and transform those limiting beliefs. Part 3 is Evolving and Rising. And this is a particularly special part of the program for me, because it's really about the integration and settling and anchoring ourselves from our place of value, which are lying at the core of who we are, and learning to live from that place. We look at your shadow values and how important it is to understand what they are and to validate them, and to settle them so that you can actually live your true potential from your place of value. Then we look at part 4, which is Maintaining and Smooth Sailing. Excuse me, and this is quite a difficult part of the program for many. It is all to do with boundaries. Yes, boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. And the truth about boundaries is that we find it very difficult to set boundaries if we're not authentic and true to ourselves and really don't know ourselves well. Because to set healthy boundaries, we need to be assertive. So yes, we're looking at boundaries, we're looking at your communication styles, we're looking at communication in general, and giving you some really good toolkits as to how to lean into vulnerability with some difficult conversations. We definitely look at conflict, and we look at whether you're connecting or communicating. And then we move into overcoming, owning our stories, and rising strong, which is our part 5. And it is a beautiful culmination of pulling the entire program together, skill sets included, and being able to really look at the areas in your life that you've needed to bring to closure, where you've needed to forgive, let go, accept, and really allow those things to be settled within yourself, so that you're not living or trying to live your present moment or your future from your past. The entire process is a rising strong process, and it's certainly not a recipe. It is a process, and the process is yours for life, By no means will you complete your life process of transformation within this entire program state, but you will be set up for greatness. You will have your entire toolkit. You will have breakthroughs. You will have ahas. We've had a number of people on the program leave careers. We've had people really move into relationships, decide to have babies. There's a lot that happens when you learn to love yourself. Boy, oh boy, do you step into places that are just amazing. So the journey is fun-filled, it's packed, and by no means what I've shared with you right now is actually the depth of where we go. Group work is beautiful. You're meeting a number of people from diverse parts of the world, and the perspective that they bring is just phenomenal. So I think that's enough around the program. If I've said anything that excites you, makes you curious, and wants encourages you for you to want to know more, please do engage with us. Set up a discovery call. Go and have a look at my website. It's whoamifoundation.co.za. You'll see a lot of testimonies, a lot more about the program there, and let's connect. Look forward to meeting you.